West Bengal election 2021 was one of the very exciting elections. It can be considered the master of all election. BJP performed very well in 2019 parliament election and surprised many people. It was ideological battle for BJP as well. Bengal was not considered as a strong base for the right wings. So BJP was putting everything in the West Bengal election 2021. On the other hand, Mamata Banerjee was facing 10 years anti-incumbency, and Mamata Banerjee was trying to hold the West Bengal. BJP posted many significant leaders in the run-up of the election, like Shubhendu Adhikari, Mukul Roy, Arjun Singh. They posted many leaders, and so it was a very interesting battle ahead in West Bengal. So I am trying to put it, I'm trying to make in terms of analysis, in terms of presentation, in terms of data, that what went in 2021 assembly election, how TMC was able to win, and probably in little bit what are the challenges ahead for the TMC in the future. So first we look at this is the map-wise view. What I have presented, as I told, that Parliament 2019 BJP performed very well, and that helped BJP definitely to set up to get the momentum for the assembly 2021. So seat tally wise, if you take the assembly wise lead into Parliament 2019, then we can find out that TMC was leading 160 for BJP is 121, very significant. That gap was not, and the 294 is the total seats. So to get a majority, around 150 seats is required. So TMC lose 14 seats, 15 seats from here. Then probably BJP is in the striking distance, and Congress was leading in 9 seats. So left was not leading in any seat as per the 2019 Parliament election. Now, what happened in 2021? The overall number, TMC has improved from 160 for 213, and BJP dropped from 121 to 77. And Independent won, and ISF won, and this Congress, and 2 seats that has not went for poll. So this will be the number for 292 seats. What happened? The final result wise, I'm on the 2nd May that I'm explaining here. So vote share wise, if you look at, TMC has improved the vote share from 43.7 to 47.9, a jump of close to 4% vote share. BJP lost around 2% vote share, 40.6 to 38.9. CPM, if you look, lost the vote share. Every other party except the RSMP, that is the ISF party, they have gained they have polled 1.4%, and remaining almost all the party, it was in the more or less same level. So now let's look at how different region wise voted and what are the equations that played for BJP or for the TMC. So let's first start with North Bengal Upper Hills. So North Bengal Upper Hills, if you look, there are 27 seats. So in the North Bengal Upper Hills, we can see the seat tally wise, BJP was leading in 24 in 2019, and they're still leading in 21. So BJP has performed really well in this area. TMC was leading in 3, and TMC was able to improve only by 2 seats, and Independent they are able to win 1 seat. Now in the vote share wise, if you look at that 54.2 BJP, it dropped around 6%, but still there are around 10% vote share wise they're ahead as well as 2021 assembly election is concerned. TMC polled 37, they're not able to improve much. The base level was low. TMC was expecting to do well, but they are unable to do so. So why TMC is unable to do so? So I am sharing one more screen to explain you in a much better way. So this is what. So what we have done, every assembly constituency wise, we have prepared some demography basic information. So if you see the North Bengal Upper Hills, so whatever the 27 seats was there, so there the average SC population, if you can find out, the average SC population was 37%, and the ST population, it was 13%. So that total 37 plus 13, almost 50% was the SC and ST population. And interestingly, the Muslim population in these 27 seats, we can find out the average Muslim population is 15%. On an average, the West Bengal has 27% Muslim population, but in this part, only 15% Muslim population is there, and TMC has not performed well. That is very clear. And in this area, among the SC communities, we can find out that the Rajbangshi population is very significant. Out of 27 seats, whatever we are talking now, so Rajbangshi population is very significant in 20 seats. And so the Rajbangshi population, how they will vote, that will define in this area. And we have little bit T-tribes vote in Alipurduar district. We have T-tribes in Jalpaiguri district. T-tribes votes are there. Mainly these are what about the Kumargram, Kalchini, so all these seats. So one thing also we need to understand that this is a bordering. I am going back to the map view. So I'm start sharing with that. So I'm going with the map view. So it is bordering this area. It is bordering with Assam. And the Rajbangshi population is there in Assam. And the T-tribes population, that is also there in Assam. So they have a social cultural connect. And if you find out that how Rajbangshi voted in West Bengal, almost in the same pattern they have voted in Assam. Same the T-tribes. So here in this North Bengal upper hills, what we need to understand that the impact of Assam was very much clearly visible in the voting pattern of the West Bengal. So now let's come to North Bengal plain area. In the North Bengal plain area, so this is the area. It consists of 3 districts: Uttar Dinajpur, Dakhin Dinajpur, and Malda. So in this area, once again 27 seats are there. Seat tally wise, if we can find out that in 2019 TMC was leading in 10, BJP was leading in 13, and Congress in 4. Now Congress has become 0. So Congress overall they are unable to win any seats, and TMC from 10 they are able to jump to 18, and BJP dropped from 13 to 9. Now vote share wise, if you look at the TMC vote share from 2019 from 35, it has jumped to 51.4. The almost 16% jump we can observe. BJP dropped almost 4%. Congress vote share, if you see, almost 10% drop. So this 10% has moved almost towards TMC. And the CPM, 5% vote share, it has also dropped for 1.6% vote share. So the vote share, Congress and CPM, whatever dropped, it went directly towards TMC, as well as TMC gained around 4% vote share from the BJP. Now let's look how is the demography in this area. So now what I'll do, I'll select this North Bengal plain area. So this is Uttar Dinajpur, Dakhin Dinajpur, and Malda, as I mentioned. And there, if you find out, the Muslim population is 44%. So initially, North Bengal upper hills, the Muslim population was there, 15%, but here the Muslim population is 44%. If you compare the SC population is here 25%. So we have seen the North Bengal upper hills, it was 37%, so here 25%. And the ST population in this area, we can find out 9%. So in the upper hills, so upper hills, the SC and ST population was 50%, but here 25 plus 9, 34, and the Muslim population Muslim population is 44%. So it is very clear that the Muslim population voted for TMC in that part, in the North Bengal upper hills area, plain area. Now let's go look at the other areas one by one. Now let's look for Central Bengal. So this is the Central Bengal area. And here 75 seats are there. And in the 75 seats, you can find out in 2019, BJP was performed very well in the Jharkhand, this bordering area. So that was there. And once again, in this this Motua belt area. So this is bordering Bangladesh. So in this Bangladesh border area, if you see, BJP was doing well. And in the Jharkhand border area, there also BJP able to do well. But here, if you see, the BJP is not able to hold in this part, that Jharkhand border area, but BJP was able to hold still. If you see this figure and this figure, if you look at almost same. So this is the part, this is the Motua part area. So Motua part area, BJP was able to hold. But in the bordering with Asansol, in the Asansol range area, so BJP was unable to do so. So seat tally was in the 75 seats. TMC was leading in 42 and BJP in 28 and Congress in 5 in this area in 2019. TMC has improved tally from 42 to 58. BJP dropped from 28 to 15, almost a drop of 50%, and Congress 5 to 0. So vote share wise, if you look at TMC was 42, TMC has jumped 6%. BJP is able to improve the vote share by 0.5%. But Congress, if you see left and Congress, they dropped the vote share. It moved towards your TMC, and BJP was able to hold whatever they got in 2019. But as Congress and CPM vote share moved towards TMC, and that's why TMC is able to get a significant lead in this area. So now, if we look at that, how is the demography in this Central Bengal? So in this Central Bengal, we can find out which are the districts like Murshidabad, Nadia, Purva Bardhaman, and Paschim Bardhaman and Birbhum. So these are the 5 districts was there. And here, once again, if you look at in the Central Bengal, the Muslim population on an average is 36%, very significant 36%. And if you look at the SC population, the overall SC population is at 24%, and the ST population in these seats, it is around 4%. So around 28% is the SC and ST population, but Muslim population 36. Once again, the Muslim voted consolidate in favor of TMC, and in this part, little bit ST vote, the tribal vote, whatever the Jharkhand border area. So that also has moved towards TMC. So there also, like I discussed regarding Assam. So here also we need to understand. So I'm going back to the map view in the Central Bengal. So Central Bengal, what I will do, whatever the seat where the ST population is significant. So in the Jharkhand border area, you can select. No, there is no seat between more than 20% your ST population. So in this part area, what you need to understand that when the Jharkhand election happened, so in 2019 parliament election, when the Jharkhand election happened, so BJP performed very well in Jharkhand, and that has impacted probably in this area as well. So when the Jharkhand assembly election happened, so JMM was able to come back, and UP is able to come back. So that impact also we can see. So like in the North Bengal upper hills, as I discussed, the impact of Assam was visible. So here also the Jharkhand impact was visible in this part. Now from the Central Bengal, now let's go to Jungle Mahal. So Jungle Mahal, this is the area BJP performed very well in 2019 parliament, and it is bordering Jharkhand. So if you see the lots of saffron, and here if you see the saffron part, in this part it has vanished. Still BJP was able to hold in this part the saffron area. So seat tally wise, if you look at Jungle Mahal, so TMC was leading only in 10, so 1246. TMC was leading only in 10 and BJP is in 30. But it has almost, if you see, reversed. TMC was leading in, TMC was able to in 24 and BJP in 16. So vote share wise, if you can find out, the TMC of 41.3, TMC's vote share has jumped 45.4, almost 4% vote share. And BJP's vote share dropped 47 to 41. And in the Jungle Mahal area, the Muslim population is not significant. So what has, I will come exactly the Muslim population to share it with you. But prior to that, what I am going to tell that how is the ST population dominated seats, how they have performed in the Jungle Mahal. So if you see the more than 20% ST population, how many seats are there in Jungle Mahal? There is 15. And in these 15 seats, if you see, BJP was leading in 11 and TMC was 4 in as per 2019 parliament election. But if you see, the number got reversed. So TMC was leading in 13 and BJP in 2 in these ST dominated seats. If you see the vote share wise, in this area, TMC also 43 to 49, almost 6% vote share jump. BJP's vote share has dropped. And we can tell that the ST community in the Jungle Mahal area, they have voted for TMC. Now, at the same time, what we'll do, we'll select the SC population, how SC population has voted in this area. So SC population greater than 20%, if you select the seats. So now the seat tally wise, if you see 18 and 3, TMC is able to improve, but still BJP did not perform so bad like they have done in the ST dominated seats. And in the vote share wise, if you look for the TMC, their vote share, the ST dominated seats where the ST population greater than 20%, we have seen around 6% jump. Here there is a jump, but the jump is around less than that. The jump is around 3.5% vote share jump, and BJP's vote share also has not dropped so much. So in the SC segment, in the Jungle Mahal, this BJP has done comparatively, means better than TMC. Now let me show you how is the exactly SC and ST population in this Jungle Mahal area. I'm selecting Jungle Mahal. In this Jungle Mahal area, you can find out how many districts are there: Paschim Jhargram, Paschim Midnapur, Purulia, Bankura. So these are the districts. And if you see the SC population in this area, the average SC population was 23%, and the ST population in this area is 15%. So, but the Muslim population, if you see in this area, is less. It is only 9%. So it is mainly, so if you look at the SC population, your 23 plus significant 15% in this area, as we have discussed, the ST voter, they have shifted towards TMC with compared to 2019 parliament election, and that's why TMC was able to perform well. Now let's come back to the map view, and let me show you that the most important area for West Bengal. So the most important area for West Bengal is South Bengal. So this is the South Bengal. This epicenter is Kolkata, and here the majority of the seats, 125 seats in the South Bengal. And if you see, even in 2019 parliament election, if you see, BJP was not able to perform very well, and BJP is unable to improve the performance in this area, except we can find out that there is a part in this area, if you see, and this is due to Subhendu Adhikari factor. In the Medinipur district, Subhendu Adhikari, very tall leader of TMC, joined BJP in the run-up of the election, and that is the impact. So overall seat tally wise, if you look for 125, TMC was leading 99. So that number has improved to 108. BJP's number dropped from 26 to 16. And RSMP, the ISF, which was allies of Left and Congress, they are able to win only one seat. Vote share wise, if you look at TMC's vote share 48.7, very significant, very strong. TMC is a strong TMC area, and they are able to hold that 49.9. BJP's vote share from 38.3, they are dropped to 36.1. CPM to 7.6, 5.6. So they are also, to understand that CPM vote share also in this area is not so bad, means compared to the overall state. So 5.6% vote share was there. So this is the South Bengal area. So BJP has a strategy to bypass Kolkata and try to win the rural South Bengal. That has not worked, because the Kolkata has a cultural connect. Kolkata is, we cannot take only the state capital, it is a cultural capital as well. So what is happening? People from the surrounding district, they come to Kolkata and they get influenced what Kolkata is thinking, and that will reflect in the neighboring district area, and that has exactly happened. So BJP tried to bypass Kolkata, that has not worked. So actually this is one very important lesson for the BJP or any for the opposition party who is trying to defeat TMC, that unless you win Kolkata, you can't win the South Bengal. And South Bengal having 125 seats, unless you win South Bengal, you cannot win the state. Now let me show you as I was showing you the SC, ST and Muslim population in the Jungle Mahal area, in this South Bengal area. So there are 125 seats. So if you find out that the SC population is greater than 20% in the South Bengal part, the ST population in this area is around 2%, and the Muslim population in the South Bengal also is not bad. It is 22%. So South Bengal is an area where TMC is getting 49% vote with 22% Muslim population. That means in that area, actually, that campaign of TMC, that Bangla Nijer Meke Chai, or the targeting that focusing the Bengal regional that Bengal sentiment, it has really worked for TMC, and that has helped TMC to win out of this 125 seats. I was sharing with you that in this 125 seats, TMC was able to win 108, and that made the TMC too easy to win, because this is the area. If you see 22% Muslim population, TMC is able to get 108 seats out of 125. Anyway, when the Muslim population is there in Malda, Murshidabad, your Birbhum, the Uttar Dinajpur, Dakhin Dinajpur, little bit Nadia. So in this area, definitely Muslim population considered TMC will gain the seats. But the South Bengal part, where with 22% Muslim population, TMC getting 108 seats, and that Bangladeshi and Mekachai, really it has worked. And the BJP strategy to try to bypass Kolkata and try to win the rural South Bengal, it has not worked. So if you like this, find this video interesting, please like it and share it with your friends, and please subscribe to my channel. I will try to make much more videos in the next time. Thanks.